Hello friends, welcome again. This is the session 6 in the SQL playlist. Okay, and in the previous session, as you know, we talked about foreign key constraint and we just did a recap on the kind of constraints that are allowed in SQL. In this session, we will talk about four things: the distinct, order by, limit, and like. So let's get started and see it practically. So, to start with, we should have the students table ready. In the last session, we created a students table and we inserted few records. Make sure it should be there. Then only we will be able to practice. So I have my IDE open. Let me just see show tables. Show tables. I have students table and I have the data too. So I can say select star from students just to see if some data is there or not. Yes, there are around 8 records. So we are good to go and let's get started. So first I will talk about the distinct keyword. Distinct. Let's say I have a problem statement that I want to check that from which all locations the students are joining. Like in India, there are various cities: Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, a lot of cities and other places, towns, right? I want to know that from which all locations are the students joining. Then I might say select location from students table. This is what I would do. If I do that, what will happen? Let's see. I get Bangalore, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Pune, and Chennai. But you can see there is a redundancy. I just want to know from which all cities people are joining. Then I do not want redundant data. Pune should not come 3 times, right? Bangalore should not come 2 times. How to get this done? We can just use the keyword distinct. We can say select distinct. Ideally, keyword should be in uppercase. Distinct location from students, right? So this is what we can do. Let me just copy this and put it here. And you can see in this case, we are getting only, I mean, one time, the data is coming only one time, not, it's not duplicated basically, right? So we just use the keyword distinct like this. Now let's say I might have another problem statement saying, okay, a lot of students are joining my big data program. From which all companies are they joining? I mean, in which companies they do already work. Then I might say select distinct. I mean, let me just take this query and then just change the main part. So instead of location, I would say student company, because student company was the column where students have mentioned which company they are working. And this might have null also because this was not a mandatory column. So we can see that, okay, students are working for Walmart, Flipkart, Microsoft, TCS, and Wipro. All of this coming one time. But if I do not use the distinct keyword, then you can see a lot of duplication in the data. You can check this out. Wipro coming 2 times, right? And similarly, Walmart coming 2 times like that. I hope this is clear. Let me clear the screen. Fine. Now, what if I want to see that, okay, from which all sources people are getting to know about me? Might be some people get to know about me from LinkedIn, some people get to know about me from YouTube, and things like that. I want to see all those sources. I can say, let me take this, and instead of using student company, I can say source of joining. source of joining. And if I do this, it says people are joining through LinkedIn, Google, Quora, Friends, that means referrals, and YouTube. So this is how you can use the distinct keyword, very easy to understand. Okay. So now we have covered distinct. Let's talk about order. Order by. Now, what happens when I say select star from students? Or let me not do select star because it won't fit on the screen. Just for that reason, let me just show a less number of columns. Okay, right now also it's not in one screen. Let me again reduce the size. Okay, so this is how it is. Now, when you see here, uh, uh, for example, when I'm entering this, it does not give me the data in any order as such. The data is not in any order. For example, if I say select, let's say student F name, student first name, student F name from students. Now I am getting this data. Is it in any specific order? No. This is just randomly given to me. Right? So what if we want to apply some ordering to the data? Then we have to use this order by clause. So order by is mainly for this ordering. We have used this query, right? So location from students, and we can say order by, and then years of experience. That means I want to, let's say, list them down in terms of years of experience. Let me again show you that. Now, right now, when we see the years of experience, you can see that, okay, 6, 3, 12, 8, 15, 18. Is it in any order? No, not at all. What if we want to sort these students based on this order? How do we do that? So we say order by uh, years of experience. Years of experience. We just add this clause, order by clause, and then let's see. Now you can see by default, when we are using it, the data is sorted based on years of experience in ascending order. That means smaller one will be at the top and the highest one will be at the bottom. I hope this is clear. Okay. Similarly, we can say what we can say select student F name, select student F name from students, order by student F name. We should see all this in dictionary order basically. B is first, C is second, and all of that. So you can see it's arranged alphabetically that way in terms of the dictionary order. Now, what if I want to have the student names, but I want to order based on experience, order by years of experience? Will it work or not? Why I'm asking this is because this years of experience we are not selecting as a column. So will this work or not? I am basically saying the person with least experience should be at the top. This will work. That means this order by whatever we are having need not be a part of select statement. This need not be a part of select. This can be demonstrated through this example. I hope this is clear. Okay. Now, along with that, if we want to have years of experience also, we can do student F name, comma, years of experience. So this is how we can do it. Similarly, we can like sort it based on enrollment date, like based on whenever they have enrolled and things like that. Now, what if I want the person with highest experience at the top, right? That means Carl should be at the top and Virat should be at the bottom. Then what should I do? Same query, it's just that I say order by years of experience DESC, means descending order. Right now, by default, it is ascending order. But if we want to sort it based on descending order, we can give this keyword DESC. And we can see this will work fine. Also, a variation to this, I mean, when I say order by, I can even mention the column name. For example, this is 1 and second one is 2. I want to sort it based on years of experience. That means I want to sort it based on the second column, order by 2. This will also work the same way. And if I say order by 1, it will sort it based on student first name. You can see this. I hope this is clear. Now, let's consider that I want to, let's say, for example, I will write a query. You tell me what kind of result you should expect from that. Let me copy it in my notepad. So select student F name, comma years of experience from students, order by years of experience, comma student F name. What kind of result or what result will you expect from this? What will this query do? So basically what this will do is first it will order by, where is this keyword by, order by. First it will order by years of experience. That means people who have the lowest experience will come at the top, right? For example, someone with 3 years of experience, another person with 3 years, 3 years, then 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, right? Another person with 8 years, like that it will sort. Now, for the people who have the same experience, like 3 years, it will then do a second level sorting based on their first name. That means Brian might come at first, Brian, and then Carl, right? Like that, things like that. So it's a two-level sorting. Second level sorting will work when there is a clash. That means whenever we have the same thing for the first column. Quite easy to understand, and you can just try that out. Since we do not have data that way, that we have, I mean, duplicates in years of experience, we won't see it as of now. Okay, so with this we are kind of, we understood like how order by works. Now let's try to understand limit. How does limit work? So what if I say select star from students and I just want to get 3 records? Then I can say limit 3. First let me clear the screen so that it's properly coming up. Select star from students, limit 3. This student, okay, this is students. Now this is giving me 3 records. I mean, do not worry about this view because we have a lot of columns, so it's the view is messed up, but that's fine. This gives us 3 records, but in which order it gives, right? So select star from students, limit 3 does not give us any relevant data as such. What 3 records are we looking at? If you just want to check whether some data is there or not, then it's fine. But otherwise, it's not logical to do select star from students, limit 3. I mean, you might be specifically looking for some particular 3 records. Limit does not guarantee this way that you get certain kind of ordering or something in place. So limit has to be used along with order by in order to get the proper results. We will see that now, right? And what I'm saying, I want to get or sort the students based on years of experience. in ascending order, right? Now I want to say that I want to get three candidates who have the lowest experience. So get three candidates with least experience. If this is a problem statement, then the same query you can take and then apply limit 3. Limit 3. This will definitely give us the results that we are looking at. Because already before doing the limit, data is sorted in ascending order. It will give us the first three records. Let's see. So we can see this. We have got the three students with the least experience. This person has 3 years of experience, this person has 6 years, this person has 8 years. I hope this is clear. That means if you're using limit, alone limit won't make sense. If you use it with order by, then that's more logical. Now, what if I want to get three people with highest experience? Then I can say order by years of experience, DESC, descending order, limit 3. Let me try running it. So we can see Carl, Brian, and Kapil are the people who have the highest experience, 20 years, 18 years, and 15 years. Right? So that's how this should be. Now, what if I want to, let's say, let me take a scenario. For example, I want to get source of joining for the students, right? And basically, what I want is for the last five people who have joined my course, I want to see from which sources they have joined. How do I write a query for that? So, first of all, problem statement is want to know that from which sources last five candidates have enrolled. That means last five candidates who have enrolled for my training, I just want to see how did they get to know about me. Is it through LinkedIn, YouTube, and all? Then how do I write a query? Select source of joining, source of joining, source of joining from from students, from students, order by enrollment date, DESC. That means we want to do it in descending order. That means people who have enrolled very late, right? I mean, now only will be at the top, right? And from that, we want to get source of joining. Okay. And I want to limit it by what? Limit it by, let's say, 3 or 5, whatever. Last 5 people who have joined me, I just will get the source of those. So Google, YouTube, Friend, YouTube, LinkedIn, right? These are the sources of those 5 people. What if I want to remove redundancy from this? I am trying to get a holistic view that from which all places people got get to know. I do not want YouTube to come 2 times. How do we do that? We can use distinct. Select distinct. Okay. Select distinct source of joining from students, order by enrollment date, DESC, limit 5. But this won't work. This won't work. This is giving me an error. Now, the next session that we will do, in that I will explain that why are we getting this error. I will talk about lot of internals in the next session, right? Because I do not want to spend time in showcasing that here. That's alone a 20 minutes topic to discuss. So, why are we getting this error? I will discuss in my next session. So let's continue. So I'm saying this query won't work. This query won't work. And that will be a discussion for later topic. Now, let's say I want to get the candidate who, the candidate who is the last one who has joined. The last candidate who has joined me, let's say. Then what should I do? I can take this query, order by, it should be enrollment date, DESC limit 1. That means this will give me the candidate who has joined at the very last. Let me try running it. And this candidate is Saurabh, who has enrolled, after everyone else has enrolled. Okay. Now, there are other things. For example, I will just write a query and then explain. Select star from students, order by, enrollment date, limit 0, 3. Now you might be surprised what syntax I have written 0, 3. What will it do? If we write limit this way, where we are giving two parameters here, kind of. So basically, this 0 says that we want to start from 0th row. 0 means first row. Like it starts that way. That means first row is called as 0th row, right? And then we are saying, give me 3 records from there. So basically, this is something like equivalent to limit 3 itself. It gives you the first 3 records. It gives me the first 3 records. So in this case, if I run this, I will get an output of students who, or the last 3 students who have enrolled. Last 3 or first 3? First 3 in this case. If I give order by enrollment date DESC, it will be the last 3 candidates who have enrolled. Now let me make a small tweak to this. So let me remove this DESC. This basically, you understand that the query that you see here would give you the first 3 candidates who have enrolled with you. Now, what if we write something like this? What this query will give us? This one. This says that we want from 4th record onwards, because 0 means 1, 3 means 4. So from 4th record onwards, we want 2 records. That means 4th and 5th record will be given as output. So these are the candidates, who have joined at 4th and 5th place, right? 4th candidate who joined or enrolled in your program and 5th candidate who has enrolled in your program. This will give us that. So I hope you get some idea, but these queries are not that popular. Generally, we write queries something like limit 3, limit 5, things like that. And mostly it's used in combination with order by, so that we get logically correct outputs. So this is fine. Now let me talk about like. Now you know that we use where clause where student name equal to something and all. There it does the exact match. But what if you do not want to do exact match? It's like, to some extent, you want to do a fuzzy match kind of. For example, give me all the students whose name starts with RA. That can be a fuzzy match, right? It's not exact match as such. So how do you write such things? That's where you use like operator. So let me just copy this. Okay. Now I want to get all the student names, right? Or all the students whose name starts with RA. So then I will remove this order by and all, not coming into picture, from students, where student have name like, and then I have to give here, I'll explain this, percentage RA percentage. So this is how we give it with respect to the where clause, where student f name, instead of saying equal to something, we say like. So equal to is replaced with like, and this is how we write it. Percentage means that it can match 0 or more than any number of characters basically. That means basically what I'm trying to say is it matches either 0 characters or more. Anything should can be there. After that RA should be there, and then anything can be there. So if we are doing this, that means their name contains RA at any place. So even if it's something like, uh, so let me run it and show. Any at any place, if RA is contained in the name, it will show. So we can see this Virat, Rahul, Saurabh. Here also RA is there, RA. Rahul starting itself is RA, and here Saurabh also RA is there. So it does not matter wherever it is, but before RA there can be anything, after RA there can be anything. That is what is the meaning of percentage, right? It's called as a wildcard character. So percentage is a wild card character indicating that it can be anything. Now, what if my problem statement is I want to get all the student names whose names start with RA, right? Whose names start with RA. Then in that case, what I will do, I will remove this percentage. Then only I am saying, okay, RA it has to start with, and then it can be anything no matter what. So let me try running this. Only we have Rahul. There is no other student whose name starts with RA. Okay. Now, let me say that I want all the student names whose name end with AT. Whose name ends with AT. Okay. So what I have to do here, at the end it will be 80, and before it, it can be anything, percentage. As simple as that. So Virat is the only one whose name ends with AT. Okay. I hope this would have given you a clear cut clarity. Now, what if I want to get all names who have 5 characters in their first name? Who have only 5 characters in their first name? What I can do is where student f name like, in such cases we can say underscore, 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 underscore. I've given 5 times underscore. Underscore is the next wildcard character which says exactly one character, it can be anything. So when I've given 5 underscores, what I'm trying to say is that it should be exactly 5 characters, but those characters can be anything, no matter what. So this should give me all the student names who have 5 characters in their first name. Let me see this. Okay, Rohit has 5 characters, Virat has 5, Rahul has 5, Kapil has 5, Brian has 5. Let me check for 4. Let me remove one underscore. I'm not sure if anyone will be there, but let's check. Okay, Carl is there. So this will give you an idea that how exactly this wildcard characters operate. So percentage is a wildcard character, even underscore is a wildcard character. This means either 0 or more characters. Underscore means exactly one. Exactly one character. Okay. Now, what if you want to, let's say, on an extreme scenario, that your data itself has percentage? Let's say you are doing something and uh, the name itself is, let's say, Rohit percentage or Rohi percentage T. This is the name. See, this does not make sense, but let's say we are using something where this kind of names are there. Then when you have to use this like operator and this percentage we have to do, then how do we know whether this percentage of data, is it this percentage that you are giving, or is it from data? So such things we can avoid using the escape character underscore, sorry, escape character backslash, right? We can escape it using this. I hope you get it. So, for example, let's say I want to get someone whose name ends with percentage 80. Then I can say backslash percentage 80. Because when I am giving this backslash, this percentage is treated like a data point like A or T. So this says that I want all students' name whose name ends with percentage 80. Similarly, we can give underscore also. All names whose name ends with underscore 80. Things like that. So backslash is the escape character. You give it in order we can tell the system that do not consider it like a wildcard character. It's not a wildcard character. So this should be fine. So what all have we learned in this session? We have learned distinct so that we remove the duplicates, right? So that all duplicates are shown only once. We saw order by so as to order the data either in ascending order or descending order. We saw limit. Limit alone does not make sense. We use it with order by to get the top three, bottom three, things like that. And we saw like to do a match which is not exact, which is like to some extent we are saying, okay, give me things which look like this, something like that. So this is quite an important session and will be helpful in industry. Definitely these things are used a lot. So just make sure you practice this and I think we should be good. So with this, let me stop the recording and I hope you like the session. Thanks a lot.